Before we begin today's tale of questionable morals and very creative fundraising, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and join us every week where history behaves badly and somehow still teaches us something. Because today's story proves one simple frontier truth. In the Old West, even sinners tithed. Somewhere in the dusty American frontier of the 1870s, historians argue whether it was Texas, Kansas, or a town that vanished after its saloon burned down twice, stood a settlement known simply as Redemption Crossing. Now, Redemption Crossing had everything a proper Western town required. One saloon, one jail, 3 horses that technically belonged to everyone, and exactly one preacher. That preacher was Reverend Elijah Boone, and Reverend Boone had a problem. His congregation believed strongly in salvation, but weakly in donations. The church roof leaked, the pews wobbled, and the offering plate collected mostly buttons, poker chips, and once, according to legend, an IOU signed by a man already wanted in 2 territories. So Reverend Boone did something bold. He went where the money was. The saloon. Now the saloon, known as the Lucky Coyote, operated under the management of Miss Clara Belle, a woman widely respected for her ability to stop fights using only eye contact. When the preacher walked in, the piano stopped. Cards froze mid-deal. Someone whispered, "We're all doomed."
"Gentlemen, I have come to collect from the sinners."
And thus began one of the most unusual partnerships in frontier history. Every Saturday night, the preacher sat quietly near the bar, not drinking, not gambling, just watching. Anyone caught cheating at cards owed $1 to the church. Swearing excessively? 50 cents. Starting a fight? Mandatory donation. Winning big at poker? Tithe included. Business boomed. Soon the town developed a new system of morality. Cowboys confessed before fights to reduce fees. Gamblers calculated winnings minus spiritual penalties. Outlaws passing through town found themselves accidentally funding community improvements. The church roof was repaired within weeks. New windows appeared. Someone even donated a bell, possibly stolen but spiritually appreciated. Word spread across the frontier. Travelers arrived just to witness the legendary arrangement where sin and salvation balanced the town ledger. And strangely, crime dropped. Not because people became saints, but because nobody liked paying extra. One famous outlaw reportedly rode into town, robbed the bank, and before leaving asked, "Do I owe the preacher anything?" The cashier allegedly replied, 10%. The outlaw paid. History records this as the only robbery followed by voluntary tithing. But twisted history tells us the preacher wasn't merely collecting money. He understood people. The frontier was hard, lonely, dangerous. Folks laughed loud, gambled hard, and sometimes made poor decisions simply to survive the silence of wide-open country. Reverend Boone never judged. He simply reminded them redemption could come with humor.
Sunday mornings became legendary. Half the congregation arrived hungover, boots dusty, hats respectfully removed. The preacher delivered sermons filled with laughter and practical advice. Try to avoid sin, but if you can't, at least help fix the church roof. Attendance grew, not out of fear, but because people felt welcome.
And that might be the strangest truth of all. In a lawless town, morality wasn't enforced by punishment. It was encouraged by community. People helped one another, shared meals, fixed fences, raised barns. Even the roughest cowboys tipped their hats when passing the church. Years later, when railroads bypassed Redemption Crossing and residents moved on, travelers claimed the church stood longer than the saloon itself. The preacher eventually disappeared into legend. Some say he retired peacefully. Others insist he followed a traveling poker tournament, collecting spiritual dues nationwide. Either way, the story remained, because history often remembers gunfighters and gold miners. But sometimes the real heroes were the ones who kept people laughing while reminding them to be just a little better than yesterday. And maybe that's why the tale of sinners paying the preacher survives. It wasn't about money, it was about mercy, with a sense of humor. If you enjoyed today's twisted history tale, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and come back next week for another story where history behaves badly, and we laugh our way through it together. Part 2. Last time on Sinners. Pay the preacher, Reverend Ezekiel Boone arrived in a town so crooked even the shadows leaned sideways. He built a church out of hope, old wagon boards, and 3 gambling tables confiscated during religious negotiations. But tonight, trouble rides in, and trouble wears spurs. The sun dipped low over Dry Gulch, Texas, that magical hour when cowboys pretend they work hard and saloons pretend they're respectable establishments. From the horizon came 5 riders. Dust clouds, long coats, bad reputations, and absolutely no intention of attending Sunday service. They were known across the hill country as the Mercy Creek Outlaws, which was ironic because mercy was the one thing they never carried. Their leader, Calico Jim, Lefty Lou, Whispering Hank, Two Boot Billy, and Miss Ada Quickshot. They stopped outside the church. Calico Jim squinted at the sign, "All sinners welcome. Payment plans available." He laughed. "Boys," he said, "looks like salvation's gone commercial."
Preacher, we heard sinners pay around here. Oh, they do, but grace is interest-free. So what happens if we don't pay?
Well, son, then you'll have to sit through my entire sermon.
Boss, we can't risk that.
Outlaws weren't evil. They were just men who'd taken a few wrong exits on life's highway. He preached about second chances and how worse stories could turn into legends worth telling.
You telling me a person can start over?
I stole my brother's horse in 1872.
I held up a bakery for pies.
I never learned how to read. Well, we can fix that.
News spread fast. Outlaws attending church. Sheriff Dawson nearly swallowed his badge. Dry Gulch was changing, but redemption has enemies. A rival gang, the Black Prairie Riders, heard rumors the Mercy Creek Outlaws had gone holy. They rode toward town ready to prove kindness was weakness.
What happened to you, Jim? You lose your spine? No, I found it.
Sinners pay the preacher, but not with money. They pay by becoming better than yesterday.
If you enjoyed this twisted tale where redemption rides faster than a runaway stagecoach, give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe for more twisted history stories where truth and legend politely wrestle in the dust. Thank you for watching Twisted History. Until next time, keep your boots dusty, your stories honest, and remember, even sinners can become legends.